how do we trust these women, you know, who have on various occasions celebrated the death of black men, you know about the divestors, and I think about the swirlers. I think about Cynthia G and her talking about, if you know you're having a black boy, that you should just abort it. These women look like us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like white women where it's like, oh, okay, I could just avoid white women. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like, how do you tell who's the friend and who's the enemy?
Well, and that in and of itself is a paradox, because just like you said, if it was white women talking like this, there's a legacy of lynching, there's a legacy of false accusations of rape. Like
Yeah.
there's a legacy that goes back centuries that we can come to grips with in regard to white women. We make that,
Hmm.
but what happens when it's a woman that looks like your sister, your mother, your grandmother?
Yeah.
That is and I would argue that's probably the most difficult transition point for black men at this moment,
Yeah.
to reconcile the disrespect, the disdain, the contempt, all of that with, how we've been raised to perceive black women. And
Hmm.
you guys, if you ever watched my show, you've never heard me say don't date black women, don't be with them. I've never said that. For me, it's about, actually finding someone of quality that values and respects you. But
Yeah.
I will admit that is probably the most difficult point to reconcile. How do I make sense of this? Because the way we were socialized was to revere,
Hmm. Hmm.
to put them on. And when I think I was in junior year of high school. I had a baseball cap, and I had owned by black women. I put that on my own
Wow.
cap. I was living in Santa Clara, so
Wow.
there wasn't very many, black women at that time where I was
Yeah.
trying to plant my flag, and it was like 1990, so this was, it was where we were wearing African medallions,
Hmm. That's
we're
right.
trying
Yep. Yep.
to identify with Malcolm and so on. So I had this kind of early immature kind of nationalism about me and I
Yeah.
was trying to make that. But my point is that was in line with how I was socialized. I wasn't I wasn't socialized to have to step back and analyze
Yeah.
the women I was taught to revere. I didn't know how
Yes.
to do that.
Yeah.
And relationship after relationship, conversation after conversation with other black men that had the same experiences, that was a difficult transition point. So you raise a significant question. But we have
I
to, that's the value of these conversations, where we learn how to make sense of it, how to vet, and how to critique, and how to make, and how to articulate our concerns. This is the
Yeah.
opportunity we have to do it. Well, go ahead, give me your other thoughts.
Um. Well, like you said, I would never encourage black guys to in mass date white women. That's not the answer. But there are black women all over the world. I'm married
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I was luckily enough. I'm from New York City, and even when I was a young teen, I was saying to myself, man, these women are mean. You know what I mean? Like, not to like oversimplify it, but they
Oh,
had like
especially in New York.
they were just mean. You know what I'm saying?
Especially you in New York too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So I got married to a wonderful woman in South Africa, from South Africa. We live in California now, uh, and the way that they're raised overseas is something just totally different. You know what I'm saying? Just the way that they respect men, the way that they think about men, how important we are to their lives, and just, how much they look to us as protectors and providers and just overall human beings, which is something that I'm not really getting from black women at the moment. And I at one point used to see myself as an extension of all black people. I was like, no, I see these people as my people. You know what I mean? And even when I say these people, I only really consider or have a connection, a strong connection with black men at this point. You know what I'm saying? And the black females that are in my family. But
understood.
you know what I'm saying? Like brothers, people like you, people on Twitter, O'Shea Du Jacksons, Kevin Samuels, those guys, like I really feel like a connection, even when I'm commenting on YouTube. But anyway, I would just want to tell the brothers, because I've been married for 13 years and I'm happily married. Um, there are black
Congratulations.
women. All, thank you very much. We actually just celebrated April 25th, our 13th. So
Beautiful. Yeah.
um, I would tell brothers, if you're looking for a long, serious relationship, there are plenty of black women who are overseas. in South
Yeah.
America. There are Black women in Fiji. We celebrated our 10th anniversary in Fiji, and the women there, they look just like us.
No,
You
and
know,
that's
you can't tell the difference.
now, that's an interesting point because when you look at SYSBM, right, Save Yourself Black Man, this
Yeah.
movement of men going, looking for connection with women from wherever. What you often find, especially with brothers, is they're often finding black women from other places.
Yes. Yes.
So they're often dismissed as hating black women, but then the irony is when you watch him walk in with his lady, she chocolate is whatever, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so you were dismissing him because you said he hated himself and black women.
Right.
Now
Hated
what?
his mama. You must hate your mama.
Right. Yeah. So thank you for coming up, man. Appreciate you,
Thank
James.
you for having me. Thank you for having
All
me.
right, man. Peace.